as you know, the Navy. I spent 25 years in the Navy, very important to me. We've got a great Navy. There's always opportunities to improve it. I want to follow up Senator Sullivan's questions about shipyards, but also from the angle of our merchant fleet and our ability to move combat power across the ocean, especially the Pacific Ocean. The Chinese can build about 1,200, I think between 2020 and 2022, about 1,200 commercial ships. In that time period, we built 6. So 1,200 versus 6. And the reason I bring this up is obviously we have a military sea lift command that can move weapons and people, and we have pre-positioned ships in Diego Garcia and other places around the world. But that helps a lot at the beginning of a conflict. And we're better than any other country in contested logistics in general. But when you get further into a conflict with some attrition, we could find ourselves in a very challenging spot, and I'm very, very concerned about this. I've introduced, along with Senator Young and some colleagues in the House, a bipartisan bicameral bill called the Ships for America Act to rebuild our commercial shipbuilding and our entire maritime industry, including the workforce, which is also a challenge. Right now, just to man merchant ships that we have, the 80 ocean-going merchant vessels in international trade, we are sometimes at a loss for finding crews. So, Admiral, if confirmed, what steps will you take to ensure that our industrial shipbuilding base is ready for competition and crisis and conflict?
Well, Senator, thanks for that. I think and for championing this, quite frankly, it's an important issue. Our combat logistics force, our oilers and TAKEs and pretty much all of our ships with a T at the beginning, we're not in a good place. And predominantly that comes from a couple of challenges that we face. Challenges with having the right number of masters, first mates, chief engineers, and some of the able-bodied seamen as well. So we have a crewing problem that we're addressing. And so we're after that. A campaign plan, working with legislative propositions on making sure compensation is adequate, leave accrual, rotation in a timely manner, so we're not holding those mariners on station without knowing where the relief is coming from. We're working all that. We do have some delivery of our new class problems. We get the ships late, and when we do, sometimes they require additional work before we can put them in the field. So that's something we need to work on as well. I think all the Shipbuilding Act and all the emphasis that the administration, Department of Defense is putting on that will be a tide that raises all boats, if you will. It's going to help me with my civilian mariner problem. The MARAD problem of accountability after a degree, and me getting my fair share of those mariners is something I'm also working on. And so it's a lot to your question, but if I'm confirmed, sir, you have my commitment, I will work and focus on it.